the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one...
Touchdown, Delaware! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So the Kennesaw State Owls offense has its first opportunity of the day. And greeting them as a linebacking core in the business of disruption, tackling with aggression. Any suggestions on how to work around them?
Yeah, I think you pray. These linebackers are fast, they're physical, and my favorite part is they don't like people. Like, they are trying to make physical tackles, and it starts with them in this defense against the run, blitzing, against the pass. They're all over the field, Palmer.
Yeah, and I think for this offense, you want to be able to establish the run. I think the big key for them is going to be working the double teams in the zone game and getting into the second level. You've got to try and cover these linebackers up and get a hat on them. If you don't, they're going to run free, and they're going to destroy your game plan.
To the air, it's Harvin. Rushes on him. It's caught. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Kennesaw State right back to work. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And with that, the chain gang will get busy. First down, Kennesaw State. This drive's been productive so far, already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Takes the easy completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back and getting that.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. On his way back from the 20. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Finds his tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
The RPO, it's complete. Nice move, creates some space. and takes it in. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee. drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to throw, it's Harvin. Working that left side now. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Kennesaw State right back to work.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play.
Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So now it's second and long. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Blue Hens have it with a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's second and 11.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quickly to the tight end. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking for a deep man. It's complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Blue Hens! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Kennesaw State right back to work.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Harvin. Swings it out to the flat. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away.
Get the football.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark. At the 38-yard line. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back.
There he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. First down for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it for a big play. Touchdown, Delaware. Once he got some room, it was over. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He leaves it with his back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Here's the Heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Harvin. Finds his man down the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Michigan State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 25 to USC. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 10. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Delaware.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Finds the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Harvin. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this 2nd half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's Harvin. Lofts one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They'll go to the ground. And knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Olave. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Cradles it at the 35. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Dropping back, it's Harvin. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Still running at the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Blue Hens come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Blue Hens are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. And the Blue Hens have their offense in high gear. They go to the ground. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out.
Turning it on!
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Harvin. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Gonna swing it on second down. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll return it from the 50. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. It's complete. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the single back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Blue Hens are threatening in the red zone. Might as well give it to him again. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Blue Hens line it up with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Delaware! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Harvin. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. What a good mix of plays keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And the Blue Hens just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on 1st down.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Harvin. Oh, they're after him. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time. 2nd and 6. Right back to it. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Winning can become